Hello guys. Pasensya na kanina nag-lowbat kasi so back to zero ulit tayo ngayon. Okay. So yun, balik ulit tayo since nag-lowbat kanina. So ulitin ko ulit from the diretso since na umpisahan ko na kanina, umpisahan ko na lang dun sa common na accidents or injuries na nangyayari sa bahay. First is as what I've mentioned a while ago is burns, yung pag napapasok tayo or nasusunog. And then another is falls. Yun nga, pag nahuhulog or nasa-slide. And then cuts. And then another is poisoning. Common din yun na nangyayari. Nangyayari din yun common. Pinaka-common din yun yung poisoning sa bahay. And then aside is electric shock. And then the last one is choking or suffocation. So i-discuss po natin yan is isa-isa later. Okay, so punta na po tayo dun sa Okay. So dito na tayo sa yun, as I mentioned a while ago, yung burns, falls, cuts, poisoning, electrocution, tsaka choking or suffocation. Yun yung common na accidents na nangyayari sa bahay na kailangan alam natin yung mga dapat natin gawin or ano yung remedy pag nangyari yun sa atin. At least aware tayo. Kasi yan yung mga basic things na alam dapat natin yung pinaka very basic or first aid na pwede natin gawin pag nangyari sa atin yan sa bahay. May tinatawag na fatal accident. So pag sinabing fatal, ano na yon? Someone dies as a result of that accident. And then so mag-start na tayo dun sa falls. Paano maiwasan yung pag nahulog ka or na-slide? First is we need to wipe up the spills. So lalo na pag may gumagamit dun sa halimbawa sa kitchen, kailangan talaga na punasan mo agad. Kunyari na busy ka pa sa pagluluto sa kitchen. So wag mong hayaan wag mong hintayin wag mong hintayin may ma-slide dun sa kitchen na yun habang nagluluto ka kasi ang ginagawa kasi minsan ng iba tinatapos niya muna magluto bago niya punasan. Paano pag may kasama ka sa bahay, 'di ba? Tapos biglang napadaan doon o nagmamadali. Hindi parang ikaw yung parang magiging guilty ka doon kasi ikaw hindi mo agad hindi mo pinunasan yung tubig na kumalat doon sa sa floor. At isa rin lalo na pag sa CR din. Common din yun na marami na sa slide sa CR. Ang pinaka safe talaga doon maglagay kayo ng parang anong tawag doon, yung kumakapit siya na ano bang tawag doon, carpet or hindi siya carpet yung hindi ko alam ang tawag doon sa Tagalog. Basta maglagay kayo ng parang carpet doon sa loob na nag-a-absorb siya ng tubig para para dumikit siya doon at hindi siya pag pinatong mo yung paa doon, hindi siya dudulas. Yung parang meron siyang absorber ng tubig. And then another tips how to prevent falls is to do not over polish the floors. Huwag masyadong padulasin, lalo na pag yung ano nyo, sa amin dati sa province, usong-uso yung, alam mo yung bunot, yung yun ang ginagamit na pang ano, lalagyan mo lang ng floor wax, tapos gagamit ka ng bunot para mag-shine talaga yung ano, mag-shine yung floor. Kasi pag nasobrahan din minsan, paano pag merong naglalakad na buntis, no? Marami ding napakadelikado din, no? Lalo na pag yung iba naka-heels or nagmamadaling maglakad. So wag masyadong sobrang pakintabin niya yung ano yung floor niya. Tapos next is you have to keep the stairs clear. Ayun, lalo na yung sa ano, yung sa hagdanan. Isa rin yun, dapat kung hangga't maaari yung hagdanan niya meron siyang parang harang. Kasi merong ibang hagdanan na pag pag naglalakad ka, parang merong gap. Paano pag biglang na ano ka, 'di ba? Parang natalisod. So may possibility talaga na mahuhulog ka doon sa hagdanan. So dapat mas hangga't maaari yung hagdanan niyo sa bahay. Ano siya, walang gap, talagang ano siya, close. And then use stair gates with toddlers. Yun, importante din yun na yung gate, ano, importante din yun na para sa mga bata. Kasi alam mo ng mga bata, sobrang likot. And then use proper steps when reaching high shelves. Okay, and then so tapos na tayo dun sa ano sa paano maiwasan yung pagkahulog or pagda-slide. And then next is we will proceed to the safety with medicine. So may yung mga gamot dapat alam natin paano siya ah, alam natin kung saan siya ilalagay. Huwag yung pakalat-kalat lang. Kung yung lalo na pag ano naabot ng mga bata. So first is you have to store it in the original container. Merong nabibiling lagayan ng gamot yung para siyang square na mga box. Para organize yung pagka-ano, pwede nyo rin gawin yun. I-cut nyo lang yung original na balot ng medicine, wag yung tanggalin siyempre kasi siyempre mag-expire. So pwede nyo siyang i-cut para mas madali siyang hanapin. Hindi yung maghahanap kapag kailangan mo na. And then next is you have to keep in lock press out of reach of children. So kailangan nakalock din siya kasi baka biglang maabot ng lalo na pag yung may mga umaakyat na mga bata, mga toddlers. Pwede nilang buksan yun tapos iinumin nila yun. And then you have to dispose out to date medicine. So kailangan out of date medicine. Kailangan siyempre yung mga expired, tanggalin yun na, wag yun nang ano doon kasi minsan nakakalimutan natin i-check yung expiration ng gamot. And then next is never use medicine prescribed for one person for someone else. Baka kasi magkapalit. Yari yung gamot na para sa'yo, para sa high blood, bigla mong nainom, well, hindi ka naman high blood. So kailangan organize talaga. So next is fire safety naman tayo. Ito, common to yung ano sunog. Nangyayari talaga yan sa ano sa bahay. So yung pinaka unang gawin natin para maiwasan yung sunog is you have to use fire guards. And the next is do not hang clothes near the open fire. O kasi halimbawa nag-ano kayo doon sa malapit sa kitchen, tapos nagsampay kayo doon sa ano, kasi para mabilis ano matuyo. Isa rin yun sa ano nagtitake din yun ng risk para magukos ng fire kasi pwedeng masunog yung ano yung sinampay niyo eh. And then do not move portable heaters when lit. Lalo na yung heater na ginagamit natin pag nagkakape. Kailangan wag mong siyang gagalawin habang naka-open. ay nakasaksak. Pwede kasing sumabog yun or biglang parang mag-explode. And then you have to switch off and unplug electrical appliances at night and do not leave on standby. And then you have to never put hot ashes in plastic bins. Never smoke in bed. Of course, yun, isa yun sa pinakaano talaga namin. Bawal lang na dito sa flat. No smoking talaga. No smoking policy. And then you have to never leave chip pans unattended. So, lagi mo talaga i-check na pag hindi mo ginagamit, dapat i-off mo. So, switch off. So, may dalawang category ng fire. Meron tinatawag na small fire tsaka larger fires. Doon sa small fire, kunyari may nakita kong parang konting ano lang, apoy na doon sa kitchen or sa living room, you have to use fire blanket or extinguisher. Hindi wag mong ano buhusan ng ang tawag doon. Wag mong buhusan ng pwede yung blanket, babasain mo syempre. Para mas madaling maano yung apoy, ma-contain yung apoy. Or yung extinguisher. Dito sa flat namin, meron kami dito din, fire extinguisher. Dapat alam nyo rin paano gamitin yung fire extinguisher. Meron namang ano doon, steps. Nakalagay doon mismo sa ano paano gawin. Pero dapat itry nyo din para just in case, ano, alam nyo na, may idea na kayo paano gamitin. And then never use water on electrical fire or oil fat. Ayun, huwag kayong gagamit ng ano, huwag niyong bubuhusan ng tubig yung ano, yung lalo na yung pag may nakita kang extension ay yung saksakan tapos biglang parang may ano, huwag niyong bubuhusan ng tubig kasi pag binuhusan niyo ng tubig yun, may possibility na kayo makuryente rin kayo. Parang yung tubig, mag-aano yung current sa tubig, yung kuryente. So, ang pinaka-safe talaga nun yung ano, fire blanket, tinatawag. Or extinguisher, fire extinguisher. And then you have to call the fire brigade kung hindi pa rin talaga ano, hindi pa rin talaga tumigil yung sunog. Yung paglaano ng apoy pala. So, punta naman tayo sa large fire. Larger fires. So, sa pag yung talagang sobrang ano na apoy, hindi sobrang ano na, laki na nung apoy na talagang masasabi mong sunog na talaga. First step is to have to raise the alarm. Meron siguro sa bahay kasi wala tayong ano sa mga ano lang talaga yan. Yung mga medyo may kaya, meron silang ano alarm, parang fire alarm na tinatawag. Pero sa workplace natin kung mapapansin niyo, meron din doon yung fire alarm. And then next is we have to get everyone out of the house, closing windows and doors if possible. And then you have to never re-enter burning building kasi may possibility na masuffocate kayo dun sa smoke. And then last step is you have to call the fire brigade. So, punta naman tayo dun sa fire safety equipment for the home. Ayun nga, yung smoke alarms, yun yung isa sa equipment na kailangan meron tayo. Smoke alarms, and then fire guards, fire blanket, tsaka of course, fire extinguisher. Yun yung pinaka-common. Dapat meron talaga tayo niyan. Kung hanggat maaari, meron tayo yung apat na yun. So, ano ba yung first aid? So, pag sinabing first aid, Ano nga ba yung pinaka-goal ng first aid? The goal of first aid is to preserve life, to preserve condition from worsening, to reassure victim, and to provide comfort. So yun yung pinaka-goal kaya tayo nagpe-first aid. Kasi bago pa natin, siyempre tatawag muna tayo ng ambulance. Halimbawa talagang hindi na kaya or ano. So bago natin gawin, of course, kailangan nating gawin muna yung first aid. Kasi kailangan naman hintayin natin yung na may dumating na medical or ambulance, medical help para para ma-okay yung halimbawa may accident. Instead na lumala yun, dapat tayo mismo ang gagawa ng paraan through first aid. So next is, so in case of a serious accident naman, so halimbawa seryoso talaga yung aksidente na nangyari sa bahay, first, you have to stay calm, and of course, you have to act quickly. Kailangan talagang kalmado ka lang pero mabilis kang rumisponde sa mga ganyang incident. And then the second step that we have to do in case of a serious accident is we have to call or get someone to call for emergency services. Okay, yun nga, yung sa US, ang nila yung 911. Ewan ko sa Pinas, meron na rin ata tayong ganun, walang 911. And then number 3, you have to check if patient is conscious. Titingnan nyo. So how to check the consciousness of the patient? Of course, titingnan nyo siya physically. Tapos, if the patient is unconscious, you have to check the breathing and the pulse. Then you have to use the CPR or cardiopulmonary resuscitation if necessary. So pinaka-importante din yun na alam natin paano mag-CPR. So another in case of a serious accident, so continue first, if there is a pulse and breathing, you have to check for bleeding and apply pressure to stop bleeding. So halimbawa, ayun, na-check nyo na yung pulse sa breathing, okay naman. So i-check mo din kung may bleeding ba siya. So kung meron siyang bleeding, lagyan mo siya ng parang cloth or anything na mag-apply ng pressure para mag-stop yung bleeding. But make sure na yung nilagay yung cloth is malinis, wag yung madumi. Kasi baka magkakos ng infection dun sa sugat. And then second step, in case of serious accident, don't move the patient unless they are in danger. So kasi pag as much as possible, huwag mo siyang gagalawin kasi pwedeng madagdagan kasi yung injury pag ginalaw mo. Pero kung talagang nasa in danger na siya, gawan mo na talaga ng paraan. Pero sobrang ingat pa din yung paggalaw sa kanya. And then third step, do not give patient anything to eat or drink. So wag mo muna siyang bigyan ng pagkain or may inom. And then last step, you have to make patient comfortable, keep them warm, and talk to them until help arrives. So kausapin niyo lang yung pasyente, wag niyo dagdagan yung parang niya, takot or stress. So parang i-relax niyo lang siya hanggang sa may dumating na yung na tulong na or dumating na yung ambulance. So first aid for burns and scalds. So when we define burn is caused by dry heat, and a scald is caused by moist heat, like hot liquid or a stem. So may dalawang category ng burns. It could be minor burns or major burns. So pag naka-encounter kayo ng minor burns, yung hindi naman ganun kalala or lang, parang hindi naman siya malala na burn. You have the first step is you have to submerge area in cool water until pain eases. So kailangan i-ano mo talaga siya sa malamig na tubig. Yung running water, doon mo siya i-submerge. Another one is you have to spray with burn spray kung meron kayo. And don't apply lotion or ointment agad. So continuous lang yung running water, cold water, hanggang sa mag-is na yung pain. And then you have to cover with sterile dressing. Yun, dapat meron din kayong ganun yung pang dressing. Importante na meron tayo yan. And then for major burns naman, yung talagang malalang ano na nasunog yung nangyari. Or pagkapasok, ibig sabihin. Burn. So, if clothing, kung yung cloth daw is on fire, you have to pour water on the victim or wrap in the blanket to extinguish the fire. And then don't remove clothes that are stuck to the wound, but cover any exposed areas with a clean dry cloth to stop infection. And then you have to treat for shock by raising victims' legs and loosening any tight clothing. So itataas mo yung ano ng pasyente, yung legs. Tapos i-loose mo yung ano niya, yung clothes na ginagamit niya. And then you have to cover to protect from heat. And then you have to get medical help. So yun nga, yung sa burns, as what I mentioned, yung running water yung pinaka-safe na ano niya na gawin agad. Yung iba nga, dati may nagsasabi na pag napasok ka daw or na halimbawa napasok ka ng oil habang nagluluto ka, kumukulong mantika, lagyan mo lang daw ng toothpaste. So ang pinaka-safe talaga nun yung tubig, yung cold water, running water. Doon mo siya i-submerge. So punta naman tayo sa cuts, yung mga nasugata na hiwa or yung nahiwa yung kamay dahil nga sa paghiwa ng gulay or prutas habang bago magluto or na paper cut. So if cut is deep with blood sparting from it, you have to apply pressure to the cut with a clean pad and get medical help. So for less serious cuts, you have to wash wound with warm water and antiseptic. And you have to ensure that there is nothing embedded in the wound such as dirt or glass. And then you have to dry carefully and cover with clean dressing. And then if the wound is deep, it may need to be stitched by a doctor. Yeah, kung talagang yung hiwa niya talaga is parang sobrang ano na, lalim, kailangan na talagang tahiin. Pero usually pag hiwa, pwede rin yung ano eh, yung cold, yung ice. Ilalagay niyo yung ice doon sa ano, halimbawa sa kamay. Lalagyan niyo sa cloth, tapos ididikit mo lang hanggang sa tumigil yung blood. So pag mga ano lang yan, hindi masyadong malalim yung cuts. So ito naman, nosebleed. So yun, common din yung nangyayari pag nagka-nosebleed. So pag may experience kayong nosebleed, you have to lean forward. The patient should be leaned forward, and then you have to squeeze the nostrils. So isi-squeeze nyo yung ilong. Then avoid blowing your nose for a while. So wag nyo munang i-blow yung nose for a while. Ang ipipinch nyo yung nostrils, yung dito banda. Tapos Sa choking naman tayo, choking. Common din nangyayari yun. So, pag sinabing choking or nabulunan, it is caused by a blockage in the airways and the victim cannot breathe. So, kailangan natin ang first aid niyan, kailangan talaga mabilisan. Hindi dapat yan pinapatagal. So, halimbawa na-choke yung yung bata. Common sa mga bata yan eh. So, for children, you have to place the child face down over your knees. Support head with one hand. Wala kasing kung may PowerPoint sana may picture dapat to. Pero next time sa mga susunod ko na vlogs, ko yung parang demo paano gawin 'yun. Or mag-ano ako ng picture paano gawin yung sa bata. And then second one is you have to slap the child 4 times between shoulder and blade. So kailangan mong sampalin yung bata 4 times between the shoulder blades. And then for adults naman, kailangan mong gamitin yung tinatawag na Heimlich maneuver. Heimlich maneuver. So you have to stand behind victim, clasp hands under rib cage, pull hands sharply in and upwards, and then repeat as necessary. Okay, so dito naman tayo sa falls naman, yung pag nahulog. So if victim is unable to move, do not move victim unless endangered. And then you have to cover and send for medical help. And for strain or sprain naman, you have to apply cold compress to area for 30 minutes in order to reduce the swelling. And then you have to dry and wrap in bandage, rest, and elevate. Elevate mo yung legs yung na-sprain or i-elevate na. And then last one is we have to, if in doubt, you have to treat that one as a fracture. So fainting naman, yung parang may fainting kung nagfe-faint yung patient. Usually pag nagpe-faint yung namumutla, parang nahihilo siya tsaka namumutla. So anyone feeling faint should sit down and lean forward so that their head is between their knees. And then another one is if person has already fainted, they should remain lying down for 10 minutes before standing again. Don't bite. And then the last one, if a person fails to regain consciousness within 2 minutes, you have to get medical help. So poisoning naman, ito, yung pagkalason. Common din yan nangyayari sa bahay. So if a substance has been swallowed, you have to bring the patient to hospital immediately. Kung talagang nalulunan niya, kailangan dalhin sa hospital agad. And then, you have to bring also the container of the substance was in. So kung ano yung inano niya, nalulun, halimbawa Clorox or anything na poisonous. And then the third one, if victim is unconscious, you have to place him in a recovery position and you have to call ambulance. Number 4, if you are sure what the person has taken is not if you are sure what the person has taken is not corrosive, make the victim vomit and bring a sample of the vomit to the hospital. Pero pag ang poison daw is corrosive, do not induce vomiting. You have to give milk. So, bigyan niyo siya ng gatas para ma-neutralize. So, yun namang stings. Tinatawag tayong bee stings. So, ang ano lang dun, remedy is bread soda. Pag wasp stings naman, ang remedy nun is vinegar. Vinegar. So, ito ano yung mga dapat, meron laman ng first aid box natin? Before, ang antiseptic, cotton wool, scissors, plasters, sterile bandage, sterile dressing, burn spray, safety pins, thermometer, tweezers, tsaka surgical gloves. Yan dapat ang meron laman ng first aid box. And it should be well stocked, conveniently placed, out of reach of children, tsaka clean and tidy. Importante dapat talaga yun. So yun yung mga pinaka-common na discuss ko na lahat halos. Kung meron pa kayong mga gustong malaman ng mga remedy, just you can pwede kayong mag-comment dito sa live chat. Kung may mga questions din kayo, pwede rin kayong mag-comment. So yun, thank you for watching. So meron pa akong idadagdag na mga tips. So just wait. Check ko lang yung mga comments ng iba kung meron. Balik lang ako saglit. Sleep na. I will eat. Enak kalian sih. Later, I will post already watch more than an hour. What is now? I'll just give milk, okay? First.
That sound. What's that? What's that sound? I want milk.
Okay, wait.
Daddy, one with Tony.
For this, yeah?
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. I will send the tinted white forever. Oh. Ow. That was now.
Okay, wait. Ano? Sige ka pa rin. Wait, wait. Dulas yung ano.
I want this chip.
Okay, wait.
It's not opening.
Wait.
Not opening. I am not opening. I want the chip.
That's right. So yun lang guys for now. Thank you for watching. God bless. See you again to my next vlog, to my next live stream.
I want this.